Sorry for the pause there. I was talking for a while there, but because my mic was muted, I didn't. Alright, so I'm just going to check in with maybe the Primogen. I think Primogen first. Then I'll see if Nines is there, see if I can talk to him. If I can't, then we'll go from there. And send me to the Primogen.
Hello, Neil. Of course. What is it you know more than yourself? But I do know that LaCroix is much too focused on acquiring it. His obvious need for it reveals a weakness that his enemies may one day exploit. I do not know, although I must admit that I sense a change in the night air, something subtle and not altogether pleasant. Perhaps the arrival of the sarcophagus is the harbinger of something more dreadful. I will say no more. What is it you would like to know? Surely. LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventrue on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power. I'm sorry you think so. Perhaps we have nothing further to speak of. A wise choice, Neonate. It is always better to listen and learn than to act with brazen recklessness. Perhaps you might be a useful ally after all. What is it you...
That's not me, by the way. It's just the door. Okay. It's lagged. Wonderful. It sounds like someone got shot there. Yeah, because I've done a task, I might just see her as now. And I know that the asking about the uncrowned sarcophagus does absolutely nothing for me. He might have something for me there.
My man! David to call me sick, signed, sealed, and certified.
No, you don't. Okay.
Money, right? I got your cut, right?
right?
Here again? What's the I meant no offense. All that power, and you don't even use it. Seems wasteful. Shameful. All these sheep. All these happy-go-lucky 9-to-5 tools walking around oblivious. If 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them go missing, the flock grazes on. Survival? Since when has survival had nothing to do with murder? Murder is what mankind and your kind do best. Can you look me in the eyes and tell me you've never killed anyone? How about it, Saint? Yes or no? To survive. My point exactly. Those that kill survive. The soldier that kills the other soldier first lives. The nation that kills the most enemies wins the war. It's the natural order of life. You are a predator. I respect that. I envy you.
Art criticism or vandalism? Paintings on display at Santa Monica's Gallery Noir were slashed by an intruder who evaded capture by security. The
I'm
paintings
so
were estimated to be
glad you're
worth
back.
nearly $250,000.
I've been waiting here just like you
They
asked.
were to be auctioned in a charity event tomorrow night. A robbery gone bad at the Surfside Diner left several dead after the attempts by the would-be robbers
Is
were
there something I
thwarted
can
by
do
a
for
diner
you?
patron turned
Anything.
vigilante.
Just ask.
Witnesses saw the vigilante run from the diner after they were alerted by the sound of gunfire
Oh.
inside.
Are
Police
you
have stated
married?
that vigilantism
Is that
will
why
not
you
be
don't want me
tolerated,
around?
and that the party responsible will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The Southland slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good
What?
behavior, was found butchered, similarly
You're
to the
joking,
other
right?
victims of the serial killer.
That's like slang for
Police believe
something
there may
like
be a
catcher
connection
or
between
some
Milton's
fetish
prison
term,
past
right?
and the
Not like
slasher.
a
We'll have a full report on this story
vampire.
later tonight. Simon Milligan,
Right?
host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported missing tonight. The team of the popular supernatural-themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends and family of the crew started to worry when they failed to return from a night of shooting. No trace has been found yet of the Haunted LA team, and rumors by the
No.
show's fans speculate the
there's
crew
no
met a
such
supernatural
thing.
end,
You're-
though police disagree
This isn't
and have
funny
started a
anymore.
sweep of the areas where the crew was filming. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus.
No,
Though marine
please,
biologists
don't
that have
leave.
examined the monster
I don't
have
care what
commented
you are.
that they have never seen
Just
anything
don't
like it
leave
in the
me.
cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. A tourist bus destined for the ancient city of Angkor Wat that failed to return Wednesday night was found this morning, though without any trace of its
What can
operator
I do to
or
show my
passengers.
appreciation?
Cambodian officials have dispatched several military units into the area to search through the surrounding jungle amidst
I'm not so
concerns that
special,
it
you
is
know?
related to one
I
of a
go to
number of
college. I
Southeastern
majored in
Asian
fashion
terrorist
design.
organizations
I think I'm
based in the
pretty
region.
creative.
3
just
American
started
citizens
school
are
a
among
year
the
late
missing.
because my-
Several dead at a beach house in Santa
parents
Monica
died.
tonight. Police suspect the
car
slayings were
crash.
carried out during a drug deal
I
gone
didn't
bad.
really have anyone special in
Residents
my
of this
life
quiet community were
until you
shocked
came
by the
along.
killings, though neighbors suspected the men in the house to be involved in drug distribution and had seen many strange people going inside at all hours of the night. Art criticism or vandalism? Paintings on display at Santa Monica's Gallery Noir were slashed by an intruder who evaded capture by security. The paintings were estimated to be worth nearly $250,000. They were to be auctioned in a charity event tomorrow night. A robbery gone bad at the Surfside Diner left several dead after the attempts by the would-be robbers were thwarted by a diner patron turned vigilante. Witnesses saw the vigilante run from the diner after they were alerted by the sound of gunfire inside. Police have stated that vigilantism will not be tolerated and that the party responsible will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Police are now confirming that they suspect foul play in the disappearance of the Elizabeth Dane's crew. There is evidence that suggests the crew or several members of the crew were slain, though no names are being released at the moment. One piece in the Elizabeth Dane's cargo was revealed as the incarnate sarcophagus discovered at
Anything I can do for you tonight? Anything I can...
Damn it. Where's that person's concerned? They just want me to throw a person. Alright then. I don't think I'll be attacked on sight for coming up here. There we go. That worked out like I thought it would. Boop.
Hop in.
You? What are you doing here? No? You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
It is quite peculiar the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I'm thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay mine. Of course, in time, too, may your star fade and disappear. Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated. Often I reflect with great regret from the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview. A few simple questions for the plague-ridden woman will never end at dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess. My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black oppression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence. After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vandalism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure. I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure, or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably gone to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter. For I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too. As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of illness. The voices are various, inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers, for they have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have come from against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
Back in a second. So this is where I'm starting off my recording today, just where I last left off. Had to do a whole load of fixing up and repatching and stuff, just because I did have a bit of a glitch. I don't know if I should be going this way first, or if I should be going this way. So let's stop right there. I don't think there's anyone else alive here. Okay, he should not be able to say anything. Should just be like, no. There you go. Hey, who are you? Creatures are supposed to be like. Alright, sometimes blood theft is a bit OP, but it's fun. I can't see them on the screen. I've got a lot of backlight. Right. Good thing my screen's got a particular game mode that helps with this type of thing. Alright, so he's just been pushed to his death. Alright, I don't see anything else around here. There you go. So go back. I guess this is the way forward. This door here. I still can't see very well. Suppose he used to watch from up here. But I don't know. Okay. So I was supposed to go this way? Or was I not? I don't understand. Yep. Maybe I'm supposed to parkour this. Oh. Ooh, I love these things.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is when I speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with voices.
Makes you wonder who he's talking about. Oh, there's another box.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, or their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. The cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
Worthless.
Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord. As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the Archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
And that's superhero landing right there. Alright, time to go back up and see LaCroix.
Evening there. Something burning? Ooh, smells like someone burnt the burgers. Sure, I'll open her up for you. Jeez, I could go for one of them double spaced burgers.
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you are not supposed to come back until we had heard from him. Grout's dead. What? Bach! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Bach killed Grout to draw me out. Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout? Look at me. Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences. Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea? Don't speak, don't act, don't presume ever on my behalf. You haven't the slightest sense of my accountability. It means, under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed. You're becoming quite indispensable to me. So, out of all my available personnel, I'm going to entrust the retrieval of the sarcophagus to you. It was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago. Let me finish. The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours. Here, I'm feeling charitable. Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill. One or two, but that's all. My history with that family dates back to Bach's grandfather, who pursued me into Africa, where I killed him. Bach's father tracked me to London to meet his death. And now Bach and the Society of Leopold have followed me across America. They never learn.